Hello, it's Moko here with a doozy of a video. This week I'm going to be reading on Johnny Depp and Amber Heard because I saw that they're back in court again. But first, before I jump into the reading, I want to read you some past predictions that I made about them so that I guess we can compare and contrast what I said back then versus what I'm going to say today. So, and I'm going to read this in chronological order, and I will put a graphic or whatever on the screen for people who want to read on their own, and for people who aren't looking at the screen and just listening to my voice, I will read it off, but it will be quick because I don't want to spend so much time on this. Okay, so first, September 30th, 2020. This is actually about Amber and Elon Musk. So Amber saw Elon as an opportunity, and I won't read everything. But with him, she was grounded. She can meet his intellect and was ready to put in the work to keep him. Marriage was on her mind, but in the end, someone betrayed the other. As for Elon, he saw Amber as a new beginning at first. She was everything he wanted in a woman, but eventually he started to feel insecure around her and lonely somehow, which leads me to think that she was the one who cheated on him. The death card surrounds him. I've said this before on my videos. And then I also said, now that I'm pulling more cards on them, I feel like Amber played the hell out of him. And I also saw that Amber and Elon was fated in some way. It began as a way for Amber to make money, and yes, she cheated on Johnny to be with Elon. But by the end, Elon was too stressed and he felt like there was no love and that she would make him poor, so he kicked her to the curb. I'm not sure if she was beating him, and I think at this time there were rumors that she was abusive to him, but she was cheating on him with a younger man. When he found out her true nature, it was like his illusions were shattered. And I think at that time I felt that she cheated on him with a friend or someone she has been with before. So then flash forward to November 3rd, 2020. This may have been right after the conclusion of the defamation lawsuit. So I said the loss for Johnny is painful. Whatever is happening in his personal life at this time outside of Amber and the lawsuit feels good though. Maybe this has something to do with his children. I feel like mentally he's at peace and he wants to take a break to spend more time with them. He also wants to start fresh to clear his head. As for Amber, she feels good too. She feels like she won. And her first thought is her career. However, at the root of her reading, she's unsure about this ruling. For her, the victory is great on the surface, but underneath, she doesn't feel confident about it. And her main focus is her career. And further down the line, she will probably sue him again. Or she may ask him for that $7 or $14 million or whatever it was that they argued over in the past. And then as for their careers, Johnny is being offered roles, but he's declining because he's in a funk or he wants to take a break. This could also mean that the roles aren't as prestigious as they used to be, so he would rather wait for the dust to settle. There could be a huge partnership for him soon, though, and he's just in the negotiation stage. So if he made a partnership between 2020 and 2022, let me know, because I don't follow him. As for Amber, this girl is no good. I don't know if she's in a relationship now or what, but her next relationship is going to be the same story. The relationship will develop quickly and he will help her to get back on track as an actress. However, it's also showing that she's still suffering from addiction issues, especially alcohol. It could be a warning that she needs to fix this issue in order to have the career she wants. I asked how both of them are doing emotionally and had to laugh. Amber is on her next grift. She feels like she got over and now it's time to move on to the next, while Johnny feels like she stole his peace of mind. He's pissed, he wants to fight still, but I think he's tired. He's going to take time to himself to think. My take is, and this is still part of the reading, Amber lied and got away with it because she's beautiful. This is what Johnny gets, chasing after her even though his friends warned him. But at least this ordeal helped him to clean up his drug and alcohol problem and reunite with his children. And the same day, so people asked me more about Amber's career. I said there are 3 powerful people behind Amber, 2 women and 1 man that will help her with her image and career. This doesn't include the next romantic relationship I saw. And then they also asked, was Elon involved in her case? And I said, yes, he absolutely was. I'm not sure exactly what Elon did, but it's showing that he directed the conflict. He helped Amber to create some type of chaos so that she could benefit from it. And I said, I'm not a psychic, so I can't pinpoint what this is. I'm just a tarot reader. And then I said, judgment is with him, guys. This is Elon. I'm not sure to whom, but he paid money to help her out. She shows up as Queen of Cups, by the way, but it didn't work out the way he thought it would because she betrayed him. He helped her wish come true and she left his ass in the dust, and I was laughing. I don't think he's in the picture emotions-wise as he used to be. This could refer to the beginning of their relationship where he had a shady relationship with Johnny Depp's lawyers and certain media outlets. And also at that time, so this was still 11/3/2020. I said, side note, I don't think his relationship with Grimes is too happy now. Someone is sneaking around. They're in for a rough time. So that's what I read on Johnny Depp and Amber Heard 2 years ago. So now that they are back in court, I am going to read on these people again. But first, let's start with a personality read. Okay. Let's read on Johnny. I probably should have looked at his birthday before this. I'm sorry, I always forget to do that. So let's read on Johnny, his personality. What is Johnny's real personality? And let's also look at his shadow cards while we're here. Okay, so these cards are very interesting. So his true personality, no, there is some aggression in his cards. Like I can see it right away. He comes across as so obviously the success is here. So I feel like similar to Huesa, no matter what he would have done in life, he would have been famous for something. So like I said with Huesa, even if she was like a bar girl, she probably would have been the most famous bar girl in her town. And I feel the same for Johnny, that I'm not sure what his wishes were before he became famous, but if he were like a model in the mall, he probably would have become a famous international model. Or if he wanted to be a school teacher, he would have been like a teacher who's famous regionally. So fame was in the stars for him, in the cards for him, basically. So there's that. He's super successful. But in terms of his personality, he's a gentle person. He actually is a gentle guy, and I wouldn't be surprised if some kind of see him as a little bit effeminate. There's nothing wrong with that, but I am picking up on that for him, that there is, like he's 100% creative. He seems more like an introvert than an extrovert. He's deep into his feelings, but I feel like he has a lot that he bottles in. And his problem here is that sometimes he bottles his emotions in too much, that once he's fed up, it comes out, and sometimes this can be explosive. And I feel like his way of letting out his emotions is verbally. So verbal, I mean, I don't want to call it assault, but he has a tongue on him. So I'm also digging into some of his shadow cards. He has a tongue on him. He will demolish somebody with his words, either writing or speaking. I feel like he's more of a writer when it comes to this, but writing, he can eviscerate somebody. So that's something that I'm seeing with him. As for the rest of his shadow cards, they're not that bad. I mean, he's overly concerned with money, but he's rich and famous, so that's to be expected. But I also see that he's quite stubborn too. With the Son of Pentacles here, he's quite stubborn, but it feels like it takes him slow to act, but once he does act, it's like an explosion, like boom, so it's not that bad, but do not cross him. Just don't cross him, because he will tear you apart with words. Okay, now let's look at Miss Amber Heard. And I did look up their zodiac, so I think she's a Taurus and Johnny Depp is a Gemini. So let's see. The last time she showed up as Queen of Cups for me. So let's see, what does she show up now 2 years later? All right, Amber, tell me about And now, shadow side. What's your shadow side? Jesus. All right, so, oh, this was upside down. Interesting. So again, I don't know, some people may have skipped the beginning, but I did see that when she was with Elon, she's intelligent. And when she was with Elon, she could meet his intelligence. I don't know where she went to school or what, but she is super, 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 super smart. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So up top, she's ambitious. She's always thinking of what's coming next. This is something that she shares. This Three of Wands here. This is an energy that she shares with Jennifer Lopez. Except that now this is interesting. So her energy is a bit masculine, pretty strong. Whereas with Johnny Depp's energy, he was kind of a mix between masculine and feminine. But with her, this is just, I mean, this is ambitious. This is a go-getter. This is the same card that I got for Leonardo DiCaprio in his first video. Actually, all of his videos. But she's ambitious. She's a go-getter. She likes to travel. She likes to be in charge. And the thing with Johnny Depp is he likes to be in charge too. He's not some shirking violet, okay? But she likes to be in charge. And again, this hermit here, she's intelligent. She's very intelligent. So this is like Virgo energy, but she may have, I think that she's like a little bit of a perfectionist. I'm not sure which area of life that this trait shows up in, but she's a little bit of a perfectionist, and she can be a little bit critical. But I feel like deep down she's more critical with herself. Yeah, so that's not bad. But then, you know, I look at her shadow side, and it's not horrible. It's not horrible, but it's showing me something. So straight out the gate, her shadow side is that she uses relationships to advance her work projects. And again, nothing wrong with that. That's what I saw with what's her name? What is that girl's name? I always forget it. She's dating Michael B. Jordan right now. Lori Harvey. That's the same thing that I saw with Lori Harvey, except that Miss Amber Heard, Miss Amber, Miss Amber. Something's not quite right with her. So she actually loves being in relationships. She does love being in relationships, but it feels like it doesn't matter what relationship she has, they're going to end poorly. And part of the issue with her is that she's intelligent, she likes to be in charge, she's a go-getter, she whatever she says she's going to do, she's going to do it, but there's some vindictiveness with her. Yeah, you know, she has kind of Scorpionic traits. And for my Scorpios, don't be offended, I have like 3 placements in Scorpio, so I know y'all, okay? But she's a little bit vindictive, and I feel like she's kind of the type who actually likes love triangles. So it's not like it's a horrible shadow side, you know, but it's just building up a story here that you know, something's a little bit off. Like, she's just a little bit dark, you know. Hopefully people see this by now, because I've been seeing it for 2 years, or actually since 2014, since they got married. But she's beautiful, but she's a little bit off. All right, so let's go to the relationship. Okay, so I want to ask them, like, what was going on in that relationship. So I think I'll have Johnny here and then Amber on this side. What the hell was going on in that relationship? So let's ask. Okay. let's make some sense out of this. So this is here. Actually, let's put some of these up here. I'll come back to them and get these in the middle. Get these right here. Hopefully you guys can see everything on the screen. Oh, we can put this here and then leave that there. So, I don't know if you guys can see it. Well, it doesn't matter because I'll bring them out. So first, actually, yeah, let's just put this on the side and I'll bring them out. So first, I asked Johnny, how did he show up in the relationship? And King of Pentacles here. So he wanted to take care of her. That's probably why he went for someone much younger than he was, because he wanted to be big, big man on campus. He wanted to take care of her. I kind of feel like he could have wanted a family with her, so like a baby. But he definitely wanted to be big man in charge. I'll provide for you. I'll help you out. I'll build you up. And I think he also wanted this to be a stable relationship. I think he just wanted to show that he can be that dude who would give whatever she wanted, right? And I asked, how did he feel in the relationship? So it was for him, he thought that everything was on the up and up. So here's the sun. This is basically supreme happiness for me. And then here's justice. So I think he felt like he could be honest with her. He could tell the truth, no matter, if it was hurtful or not. He felt like he could just be honest with her. And I feel like for a time, he felt safe with her. So he may have admitted things to her that he probably would not have told anybody else. But he felt happy with him, Amber, for the most part. So that's beautiful. And then on Amber's side, and I also asked, how did he feel about Amber? And he gave me the Strength card. And this is beautiful. So for him at least, and I think a little bit for her, but for him, he saw her as like sort of like a dream come true in a way. And he kind of, I don't think that he knew that she could be as how do I want to put it, not hard, because I don't think that she's hard, but he went into the relationship thinking that he was going to be like Daddy Warbucks, and she was going to be, soft, gentle, confident, but gentle. He thought that she was going to be a gentle young lady that he could take care of. That's what he thought at first. And then on Amber's side, I asked, how does she show up in this relationship? Listen, she didn't know what she was doing. She really didn't. So, I see some other things on the side, but I feel like she had some conflicting motivations, but it feels like to me, she entered the relationship sort of like it wasn't that serious for her to begin with. I don't know, maybe they had a casual relationship at first and then it blossomed into something more stable, because I see the King and Queen of Pentacles here, but she entered the relationship a little bit erratic, and I feel like she kind of stayed that way for some time. And when I asked, well, how did she feel in the relationship, and the star is here. So this could literally be referring to his celebrity, but it can also be referring to that she did feel loved by him and she felt like he was taking care of her too. So that's good. But then the seven of swords, and then the 3 of wands. So again, this is the second time that this showed up for her, where she's always thinking about the next, about the future, her plans, what does she want to do, blah, blah, blah. How can I be even more successful? And frankly, this card right next to the 7 of swords, that kind of tells me that she kind of schemed on him. like this is someone scheming. It could be a good thing, but for the most part it's a bad thing. But this is someone scheming and sneaking around for the future. So again, and when I put these 3 cards together, because when it comes to famous people, this is their level of fame, this plus the world, it looks like this is saying here, if I put these 3 cards together, that she was scheming for increased fame in the future. And then this coupled with this Knight of Wands, it kind of tells me that I don't think that the relationship started off as her trying to scheme her way to increase her fame. Again, I feel like the relationship, she entered the relationship sort of like in an accidental manner, sort of happenstance. Like maybe, you know, they liked each other, and they started a sexual relationship, and then it blossomed into something else. And then that's when she figured, oh, if I stay with this guy, he'll help me with my fame. And to be fair to her, it doesn't help that Johnny wanted to do this for her. So he wanted to help her with her fame. He just didn't realize that this relationship would end up the way that it did. So actually let me put all of these away. So then I asked, can they both tell me what was the energy of the relationship while they were together? How did they show up with each other? And also kind of what is the relationship now? I mean, they kind of don't have one, but looky here. So Johnny Depp showed up as the hermit, and this is energy that Amber showed me for her own personality. But for somebody to show up in a relationship like this tells me that this person is lonely. So I don't know if he wasn't romantically lonely for however long that he was, would he have ended up with Amber? Who knows? But it looks like he showed up lonely, and even though he was in this relationship, he still felt alone. And I feel like, I'm pretty sure when I read off my old readings for Amber, Elon, and Johnny Depp, Elon felt the same way too. He felt like she made him feel like he was alone. And it's more than likely it's because she didn't actually love him, you know? So he still felt alone even though he was in the relationship with her. And I also think that he kind of was showing up as a little bit superior to her. But again, it's showing me here that on Amber's side, she showed up as the chariot, which is part of Johnny Depp's personality trait. Like somebody who is like, you know, my way or the highway, or like I'm super successful, I'm going to get what I want. So she showed up that same way too. So I mean, honestly, I feel like this was mostly an unfortunate relationship, and it was a clash of strong-minded personalities. and you know, I mean, it was just unfortunate, because then when I asked, okay, well, what was the relationship of the energy at that time, they're like, it was struggle street. You know, you know, they were burdened with each other's problems, and I would not be surprised if Johnny kept so much inside and he just unloaded all of his problems on her, and she's just like, okay, like I just want to be famous and have sex, like I don't I don't want to hear all this. And then with her, you know, she wants to be famous, and I wouldn't be surprised she was like, oh, you need to do this for me, get me here, get me there. So it just felt like it wasn't like a free flowing loving relationship. It was just problem after problem after problem after problem. But now it seems like the energy between the two, because I don't think they have a relationship now, but I did ask, okay, so what is the energy between the two? It's much better. It's much better. I mean, they're on trial against each other, but I feel like at least one person is a little bit healthier, so they can see this relationship for what it was and what it is now. So the energy between them is much healthier. I'm getting a headache reading on these people. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, so now here's the question that I'm sure a lot of you guys want to know. Let's first ask Johnny, because I feel like there really isn't that much to know about this couple, because like their business is every damn where, but I'll ask anyway. So actually, let me look for a picture of them first. Interesting. So again, Queen of Cups. She normally shows up as Queen of Cups for me. So I will add a disclaimer that I did not listen to every single tape that was released, and I'm not following this defamation trial because I feel like it's done in my opinion. But I did ask, did Johnny Depp abuse Amber, and did Amber abuse Johnny? Oh jeez. Yeah, that was a horrible relationship. It was pretty toxic. So on Johnny's end, it looks like he had. I think he wanted a child with her. I really do. I really think that he wanted another child. Does he have? Doesn't he have a son? I'm pretty sure he wanted a child with her. Probably a boy. I think that's what he wanted. I mean, he really thought that she was the one. He thought that this was the jackpot for him, and he wanted to shower her with love and with money. I mean, that's just his way of showing love. He wanted to shower her with money. He wanted to give her things. He wanted to travel the world with her. He wanted to give to her so much, but he had a severe alcohol problem. I mean, we know this, but it's showing up here in the cards. He had a severe alcohol problem, and this shows him being like sorely disappointed, even suffering from depression. Interesting. This is the third time this card has showed up. Yeah, here it is. It's telling me that. Well, first let me move on to Amber's line. So I also asked Amber if she abused him, and it like she had severe mood swings, by the way, and I feel like. Okay, so let me just say it out loud. So again, I do not listen to the tapes. I've heard some things about someone pooping on a bed and like a finger or painting in blood, like some weird shit, but I did not listen to every single bit and piece of their trials. So I'm just gonna say it. It looks like they're telling me that she was abusive to him, and everybody knows. Everybody knows. And with her, she has severe mood swings. So he has mood swings too, but his mood swings are attributable to alcohol. Her mood swings, she has like an emotional. Listen, I don't want to diagnose people, but it's something here with her emotional stability. She goes back and forth, back and forth. So she has severe emotional mood swings, but this is something that's part of her personality. Whereas with Johnny, he has mood swings, but it's because he's drinking. And it looks like, so the way Spirit is telling me is it's not like it was like, freaking Rumble in the Bronx or whatever. Like she wasn't going to town on him, but it's showing me that there was abuse there. And it's showing me that it's more on her side than on his. Because he's showing me that I wanted to do this for her, I wanted to do that for her, and I still think that sometimes he thinks of the life they could have had together. And I asked again, did he abuse her? And it's like, it's not a yes, but it's not a no. It's like the truth is somewhere in the middle. Whereas with her, it's more positive that she was more abusive with him, but it's like it's emotionally. So they may have hit each other, but what's going on with them is it's emotional abuse. That's what it is. It's emotional abuse. And with her, so some of it she may have done on purpose, but most of it I feel like that's just who she is. I mean, it's not an excuse for it, but they're telling me that this is just who she is. And let me put this down because I keep pointing at these right here. So this is emotional instability. By the way, I'm going to start a blog series where I talk about the cards and the meanings, and some combinations, not all. But for me, this is emotional instability, and she's the feminine here. So this is her, and she always shows up as Queen of Cups for me. But this is emotional instability, and it seems like when it was good, it was perfect, but when it was bad, it was horrible. Tell me more. Actually, no. Let me get these. Let me get these. Tell me more. Oh my gosh. See, again, Five of Cups, depression. And then here, the words. The words. This was less physical abuse and more emotional. Verbal too, but that's emotional in my opinion. And they were like at loggerheads. I don't know if that's the right word, but like at a deadlock, because they both seem like highly emotional people who are stubborn, who both want to be in charge. And I feel like Johnny entered this relationship thinking that she was going to be a damsel in distress that he could save, but no, she's not. she's not a damsel. She's a grown woman. She has her own ambitions. And frankly, she had a little bit more masculine energy than he does. And I feel like he wasn't expecting that. He thought that it was going to be a new start, a new family. Because maybe at that time, he wasn't on good terms with his ex, Vanessa, and the children. But I feel like he wanted a family with her. He wanted to start over and to do it right, you know? But yeah, but this looks like verbal fights. And whenever drinking is involved, that's when it just got so bad. Amber. Again, the star magician. No, she was manipulating that because she wanted to be even more famous. She's freaking smart. She is freaking smart. Again. Oh, see, she shows up here, Father of Wands. No, again, he thought that she was like his dream girl. Seriously, she was his dream girl. He thought that he found the one, but you know, look at what she turned into. Damn. And again, this is also verbal. You see this forked tongue. Jeez. Okay. See? So the final straw. So again, I asked Johnny what was the final straw for him. Again, he's showing me she was a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's almost like one day he finally realized. And there's greed here. And then again, this is the same card. Instability. Let me ask, and to be fair, let me ask Amber what was the final straw for her. Oh, alcohol. No, alcohol. Well, I feel like they both drink a lot, but alcohol. And I think that I got this card for Johnny in the beginning for his shadow side. His mouth. He has a mouth on her. So again, both fans of both people, they think that the other person is wrong, but it looks like, she was abusive towards him, but a lot of it was mostly emotional abuse, and she had her own, mood, whatever going on her side. He had high hopes, but there was just sneaking around that he didn't like, and deception or whatever. But again, this is showing me, was she on pills? Was she on pills? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Was she on pills? I mean, she's definitely showing me that that his mouth was too reckless for her. She didn't like the way that he spoke to her. But these two, the Moon and the Seven of Cups, like there is just a lot of trickery going on in this relationship. Oh, she wanted to be free. She's just like, fuck this. She was like, listen, I can make money on my own. I don't need to put up with this anymore. Yeah, I mean, come on. She was with him for money. But I feel like the drinking, the fights, the this, the burdens, the da-da-da-da. She's just like, you know what? I'm tired. I'll just make money by myself. Again, listen. This shows up scheming here for the future. And I feel like an ex or something, an ex or somebody like that, came out of the woodwork, or like she felt like her past was going to come back to bite her in the ass, so she ducked out. She ducked out. And I mean, the way she chose to do it was pretty bombastic, but it worked. It worked for some time. A lot of people believed that he was the only one who was dirty in that relationship. So, all right, I'm done with this. These people are exhausting. Let's talk about their careers. Okay, let's talk about their careers really quickly. Irrespective of what will happen with this judgment, and to be quite honest, because I'm not following the case bit by bit, I don't actually feel comfortable trying to predict what will happen. It's a defamation trial, right? I don't feel comfortable doing that, and I think they're still testifying now. Maybe I'll put, I don't know, some oracle cards or whatever. But yeah, I don't feel comfortable doing that because I don't know much about the defamation trial. But let's just ask about the future of their careers. So Amber first. Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. So she's worried about it. Amber is definitely worried about it. Interesting. So I feel like whatever is coming out of this defamation trial, so Johnny is at the bottom, Amber is up top. I feel like people are going to see this devious nature behind Amber. So for years, Johnny has been, oh, he's horrible, he's a woman beater, he's this, he's that, da 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 da. I mean, there will still be people who say that, because like the whole blood or whatever the hell happened there, that's gonna stick in people's minds. Like even me, I don't know the full story, but like he painted something in blood. What? It's gonna stick with people. But I think now, whatever the results of this defamation case, it looks like the information that's coming out, people are going to be like, wow, she is really devious. But in terms of her career, I think she's going to start working overseas if she hasn't done it already. So girl, if you're watching, go overseas, because it's not that America is done for you. Let me see. Oh my God. Okay, well, I take that back. Yeah, girl, go overseas, because whatever information that comes out due to this trial, I feel like her career in Hollywood is pretty much dead. It's pretty much dead. And by the way, just look at the movement here. So the love is here. This is usually love from the public. The love is here, but it's being stolen away from her. And now it feels like she has to go overseas. So I feel like she kind of feels the temperature in Hollywood. So she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna take whatever I can get and then just bounce. Like maybe go to France or something. And well, probably not France, but I don't know, Germany or Italy or something. I think she's gonna find work overseas. I'm not sure if it's gonna be acting work or if it'll be commercials or voiceover, something like that. But her career as a Hollywood darling, dead. It's dead. It's gone. As for Johnny, people are going to love him again. They're falling in love with him as we speak. And this shows that there's going to be a transition. He's going to be back on top. He gets a lot of feminine cards, but his confidence, what's important here is that his career may not be the same, but his confidence is going to come back tenfold. And I asked how will Hollywood feel about him, and they're showing me big wig. This is like Will Smith level big wig, but it's showing me big wig for him. So I'm guessing that the results of this trial are going to be positive. So let's see. Let me so let's drop one card. So wow. Look, and again, this here, the lovers for Johnny. I think So I'm not going to predict what the outcome of the trial will be in terms of a hearing, but it looks like. So I asked how will the public view these two people at the end of this trial. It kind of looks like Johnny wins something. I don't know if he wins everything. I'm not exactly sure what the trial is about, but it looks like he wins something and that the public will be congratulating him. Whereas with Amber, interesting. I got the High Priestess. The High Priestess for Amber. This, for me, this is normally a good card, but when I see Death here, it's sort of like, I don't know. They're not really telling me, and I kind of figured that they wouldn't, and that's why I was like, I'm not gonna predict it. But here, the lovers here. After I asked for Johnny, the lovers was at the bottom. So, listen, I think Johnny is gonna have a win of some sort. So let's pull an oracle card for both. Communication is key. I don't know. Will she try to make a settlement or something like that? I don't know. She may. There's the High Priestess here. There's some secrets. So it looks like secrets are going to continue to come up, but she may panic a little bit and try to like settle it out of court or something. And with Johnny, it's saying adjustments are required. So I wouldn't be surprised if like their lawyers are like, you know what, this isn't going that well, so let's try to work something out. I don't know if it's going to be taken, but I would not be surprised if that's what happens. So that is all that I have for these two. This is a long video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I learned a few things from it because I came into this video thinking that Amber Heard is the damn devil. I saw some cards there that indicate that she's a schemer, but seeing that she has a sort of mood disorder or something like that, I have more empathy for her. I hope she gets help. I hope Johnny continues to get help and he continues to be sober. I hope everybody gets help and they leave each other alone and have a nice life. All right, bye guys. If you would like a personal reading, just go to my website at www.tarotbymoko.com. Here I describe my services, my about section, and if you scroll down, I have another blurb about me, as well as where you can enter your name and email address to sign up for the newsletter for 10% off. And if you don't feel comfortable purchasing from my website, you can always visit the Etsy site under the same name, Tarot by Moko. And I have the same readings that I have on my website. So here I have categories on the website: general, future forecast, love and relationships, as well as personal growth. And personal growth is my favorite category because I have so many things like psychic development, how do people see you, life purpose, shadow work, things like that. And in general inquiries, I have 1 year ahead, 6 months ahead, general questions, new year, new you. And the actual popular one in this section is 45-minute chat, where we discuss whatever you want to discuss for 45 minutes straight on Zoom, Google Hangouts, Skype, or wherever you prefer. And my most popular here is love and relationships, where I talk about who's coming into your life next, how does your crush feel about you, no contact, all that stuff. I even have sugar daddies. So if you would like a personal reading, just visit my website. Again, it's www.tarotbymoko.com. And if you prefer Etsy, I'm on Etsy as well. All right, bye guys.